Hello guys, this is the Juggernaut, and today I'm going to be teaching you the very basics of Fire Emblem and how you should go about playing these games. Just some basic knowledge: you can press start to skip the entirety of the cutscenes if you don't want to read anything. Next, we should look into units. You're normally starting off with 2 Cavaliers, a Jagen. Most of the time you don't want to use them unless you're playing on hard, and normally you want to ditch them later on for better units. I believe almost always also start with an archer, maybe, but the archers are normally bad, unless you're playing Echoes, in which I heavily suggest you use mounted archers. Then there's Armor Knights, which have low move, low everything, except defense, which is not the best stat. They can take a lot, and they also have effective weapons that make them bad in a lot of situations. Next you have Lords. Most Lords are semi-viable, but Roy is a little special case. He's not only he is, I believe, the worst Lord in the game. I mean, he's considered the worst Lord. Well, I don't actually think he's that bad. That's my opinion. And also, I'm a person who likes to just casually play through the game. There are lots of strategies you can do. Most of mine, I normally turtle it out and wait. But next thing in our little basic Fire Emblem is the fighting menu. This might seem very basic, but we'll go through. The first thing you'll see on the very top is a arrow with your character's name and a weapon by it. If it has an up arrow, it's a weapon that gains bonuses from it. If it has a down on it, it's probably not the weapon you should be using because you're lowering your accuracy. Next, you'll see your HP, which at this point, it's at full. Next is your power, which is how much damage you're going to do, most likely. As you can see here, it is 9 times 2, which is 18. Or 19. Yeah, that's 18. Which would leave the guy with 2 HP. Its accuracy is 100%, and my enemy's accuracy to do 6 damage is 41%. There's a 41% chance that he will hit me. And next is your critical chance. Criticals normally do 3 times the damage. In some games it's 2, it's just depending on the game. There's a lot of things, it's just depending on the game. There are avoidance titles, like as you can see here, down here in the left-hand corner. The house has 0 defense and 10% avoidance, which should decrease their accuracy by 10. So, in normal mode, it normally doesn't matter if you attack. However, in hard, normally what you'd want to do is go send them for the most likely chance of an outcome that they do not get hit. There's a little bit. Archers are a special case. They cannot attack from far away, but they can attack from 2 range. There's not a lot of enemies that can do this. However, javelins are the range spears. I don't remember the exact terminology for it, but you can attack from 1 range and 2 range. Hand axes can do this as well, and there's a few magic swords in the game that can, but there's only 1 in this game, and it's normally for every game. What can I see here? Is there a hand axe? No? There are different tiers of weapons, as you can see here. This guy has a 65 hit axe, and this has a 50% or hit. Or this is a steel axe, iron axes, and there's silver axes. Those are the normal tiers. So there's steel, iron, or iron, steel, and silver. It goes in that order. The higher up you get is a steel weapon has less hit but more damage. And that's and silver has, I believe, more hit than a steel and more damage than a steel. But I believe iron has the highest hit rate of them. I might be wrong, and the silvers are just as good as the iron counterparts. But trying to be there are weapon usage as well that you have to pay attention to. It will tell you your durability of your weapon, and once it reaches 0, the weapon breaks. This has been my first basic guide to Fire Emblem. You keep playing your games, and I will keep playing mine. I will see you next time. And also, there are 2 phases of a turn. There is first a Yort phase, which you get to move around. You can see here I can move my units all around. I just did remember this after I had recorded everything. I figured I should put this in here. You can see here, you can move your units around. You can also check your enemies' ranges to see what units will be hit, what units will be hit, and what units cannot be hit. As you can see here, I can move my... I don't want to be like... Okay, I can move my archer safely here, and he will not be hit. Because... And now we will go to the enemy phase. As you can see here, there's moving enemies. This is now the enemy's turn to move around and do their thing. As you can see here, I wanted to include something about the weapon triangle. All you need to know is there's certain weapons that are effective against other weapons. For now, and just pay attention to the arrows. I will make a mini guide as well on weapon triangle. Guess I could really just tell you it because it is very, very basic. Bows, I believe, are as you can see here, you can change and you can look at both of them. Vulneraries are items that heal you, and you just have to go over to items and select and and just use them. And there's horses have Kanto in this game. As you can see here, archers can attack with 2 range. Just kind of showing off the basics here. Hopefully they won't go for my armor knight there, because I don't actually want them to. You cannot move past your enemies. That's a good thing as well. And there we go. I believe that's it for my extremely basic tutorial on how the enemies work. You can also use the same move as, or the same button as you can select your units. You can see the stats of your enemies. They're not very impressive right now. And you can also see what weapons they have, which can be important because maybe you didn't want to use your cavalryers for horse slayers. There are effective weapons in the game. I suppose I will make a video about them later on. This has been Juggernaut. And I guess you can now see the ending. How I ended the video, because it just kind of came to me. Guys, just kidding, that was the end of the video. I just realized, yeah, when I said it was the end of the video, I realized I missed something. So I went over and did it again. So I hope you can deal with my out-of-place, videos. Anyways, this is the real end of the video. This has been the Juggernaut. You keep playing your games and I'll keep playing mine. And this has been the very, very, very basic tutorial on Fire Emblem. And I will try my next video. I'm feeling like it will be exactly what is the weapon triangle and all variants, and I'll probably do some research for that video. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, see you next time.